MIT neuroscientists just published something terrifying. They used EEG to scan workers' brains while using ChatGPT. The results? Quote, consistently underperformed at neural, linguistic, and behavioral levels. By the end of the study, participants got so lazy they just copy-pasted everything. Their brains literally shut off. In this video, we are going to show you the hard science behind AI brain fry, why your productivity tools are making you cognitively weaker, and exactly how to use AI without rotting your brain. This is based on March 2026 research from MIT, Microsoft, Carnegie Mellon, and Harvard. The data is shocking. Let's start with the study that's making headlines right now. MIT Media Lab divided 54 people into 3 groups, one using ChatGPT, one using Google Search, and one using no tools. They tracked them for several months using EEG brain scans. The goal was to measure cognitive engagement, how hard your brain is actually working when you use these tools. The Google Search group showed normal brain activity. The No Tools group showed high engagement. Their brains were working hard. But the ChatGPT group, lowest brain engagement across the board. Here's the kicker. It got worse over time. By the end of the study, ChatGPT users had shifted from trying to understand the AI's outputs to just copy-pasting them without thinking. The researchers called this cognitive offloading. Your brain knows the AI will do the thinking, so it stops trying. It's not laziness, it's neurological adaptation. Your brain is optimizing for energy conservation. The study concluded that ChatGPT users consistently underperformed at neural, linguistic, and behavioral levels. That's neuroscience speak for your brain is getting weaker. MIT wasn't alone. Microsoft and Carnegie Mellon ran a parallel study with a different angle. They wanted to know, does confidence in AI affect how much you actually think? The answer is yes, and it's worse than you'd expect. Researchers found that workers who were confident in AI like ChatGPT used significantly fewer critical thinking skills. Here's the mechanism. When you trust the AI to be right, your brain skips the verification step. You don't question the output. You don't cross-reference. You don't apply domain expertise. You just accept. This is the productivity paradox. You're getting better results today while becoming a worse professional tomorrow. You're mortgaging your future cognitive capacity for present-day speed. The study noted that while AI makes workplaces more efficient in the short term, it leads to less critical engagement, long-term reliance, and reduced independent thinking. The researchers warned that this creates a dangerous dependency. The more you rely on AI, the less capable you become of doing the work without it. You're not building a skill, you're renting one. Here's where it gets really concerning. MIT, Harvard, Microsoft, and Wharton all ran separate studies. Different methodologies, different participants, different contexts. They all found the same pattern. AI boosts short-term performance by 14 to 40%. That's real. Your output quality improves. Your speed increases. Your first drafts are better. But simultaneously, and this is the paradox, it erodes the very capabilities it's supposed to augment. Critical thinking declines. Memory weakens. Independent judgment deteriorates. Harvard's study was particularly revealing. They tracked knowledge workers using AI for 6 months. Performance spiked in month 1. By month 6, workers couldn't solve problems without AI that they could have solved manually at the start. Wharton found similar results with MBA students. Students using AI scored higher on assignments, but performed worse on exams testing the same concepts. They could produce, but couldn't explain. This is convergent evidence from the top research institutions in the world. AI is creating a 2-tier cognitive system. Great with the tool, incompetent without it. So why does this happen? The neuroscience is actually straightforward. Your brain is an energy optimization machine. Thinking burns calories, a lot of them. Your brain is 2% of your body weight, but uses 20% of your energy. When you encounter a problem, your brain decides, should I expend energy solving this, or can I offload it to a tool? If a tool is available and reliable, offloading wins every time. The problem is that cognitive skills are use it or lose it. Neural pathways strengthen with use and weaken with disuse. This is called neuroplasticity, and it works in both directions. When you stop practicing critical analysis because ChatGPT does it for you, those neural pathways atrophy. Not metaphorically, literally. The synaptic connections weaken. The myelin sheathing degrades. Your brain reallocates that capacity elsewhere. This is why the MIT study showed declining engagement over time. It's not that participants chose to think less. Their brains adapted to the new environment where thinking wasn't necessary. Here's the scary part. You won't notice it happening. The decline is gradual. And because you're still producing good work with AI, there's no external signal that you're getting weaker. You only discover it when the AI isn't available. And by then, the damage is done. Now, here's the good news. And this is where the MIT study gets really interesting. They ran a control group with a modified version of ChatGPT. Instead of giving direct answers, it was designed as a tutor. When students asked a question, the tutor ChatGPT gave hints, not answers. It asked guiding questions. It made them think through the problem step by step. The results? The negative cognitive effects disappeared completely. Brain engagement stayed high. Critical thinking improved. Students learned the underlying concepts instead of just copying outputs. This tells us something crucial. It's not AI that's the problem. It's how we use it. When AI does the thinking for you, your brain atrophies. When AI helps you think better, your brain strengthens. The research called this distinction cognitive partnership versus cognitive replacement. One makes you smarter. Here's the framework. Use AI to challenge your thinking, not to bypass it. Use it to explore alternatives you didn't consider. Use it to pressure test your assumptions. Don't use it to avoid the hard work of reasoning. Don't accept the first answer. You have to actually use your brain if you want to maintain and to grow its capabilities. There's another critical finding from the Boston Consulting Group study. They discovered what I call the 4-tool limit. Workers using 3 or fewer AI tools reported higher productivity, but at tool number 4, everything crashes. Workers managing 4 or more AI systems make 39% more major errors. They experience 33% more decision fatigue. Here's why. Each tool requires oversight. You're not just using AI, you're supervising it. You're checking outputs, catching mistakes, ensuring quality. That's cognitive load. 1 tool, manageable. 2 tools, still okay. 3 tools, you're at capacity. 4 or more, you're drowning. Your brain can't maintain quality control across that many autonomous systems simultaneously. And 1 in 7 reports full cognitive exhaustion, AI brain fry. The researchers found that among workers experiencing AI brain fry, 34% showed active intention to quit their jobs. That's a retention crisis waiting to happen. The solution isn't more tools. It's strategic constraint. Pick your highest impact tools and master them. Eliminate the rest. So, if 4 tools is too many, how much AI should you actually use? The research points to a specific sweet spot, 7 to 10% of your total work hours. Workers spending less than 7% aren't getting the productivity benefits. Workers spending more than 10% start experiencing cognitive overload and quality decline. 7 to 10% is the Goldilocks zone. You're using AI enough to accelerate high-value tasks, but not so much that you're drowning in tool supervision. You maintain cognitive capacity for deep work. Here's what that looks like in practice. If you work an 8-hour day, that's roughly 40 to 50 minutes of direct AI interaction. Not AI running in the background, active use, where you're prompting, reviewing, and refining. Most knowledge workers are way over this. The Active Track study found some workers spending up to 346% more time with AI tools than they realize. The fix is deliberate constraint. Time box your AI usage. Be intentional about when and why you're using it. And protect your deep work time. That's where your brain stays sharp. This isn't a new problem. 2,400 years ago, Socrates warned about exactly this. He argued that writing would weaken human memory, that if we externalize our thoughts to papyrus, we'd lose the ability to remember. Calculators made us worse at mental math. GPS made us worse at spatial navigation. Spell check made us worse at spelling. And now, AI is making us worse at reasoning. Socrates was mocked. He was also right. As we have seen, the pattern is consistent across millennia. Whenever we outsource a cognitive function to a tool, we lose capacity in that domain. Socrates' critique wasn't anti-technology, it was pro-thinking. He wanted humans to remain capable, not dependent. And that's the same choice we face now with AI. The question isn't whether to use AI. It's whether you're using it to become smarter or just busier. One path leads to mastery. The other leads to dependency. Choose wisely. If you're experiencing AI brain fry or worried you might be heading there, here's your recovery protocol. Step 1. Audit your tools. List every AI tool you're using. Be honest. If you're over 3, you're in the danger zone. Cut ruthlessly. Step 2. Time box your usage. Set a timer. 40 to 50 minutes per day, maximum. When the timer runs out, you're done. Step 3. Implement think first, prompt second. Before you ask AI anything, spend 2 minutes thinking through the problem yourself. Write down your initial thoughts. Then use AI to challenge or refine them, not to replace them. Step 4. Practice the tutor method. When you use AI, ask it to guide you, not answer for you. Request hints, not solutions. Step 5. Protect your deep work. Block out 2-hour chunks with zero AI. This is where your brain rebuilds its capacity. The goal isn't to avoid AI. It's to use it strategically while maintaining your cognitive edge. You want to be the person who's great with AI and still capable without it. That's the only sustainable position. If you found this valuable, 3 things will help you stay ahead. First, subscribe to this channel. I'm publishing AI workforce strategy content every week, and AI brain fry is just one of the patterns we're tracking. Second, hit the like button. It tells YouTube to show this to more professionals who need to understand these cognitive risks. Help spread the knowledge. Third, ring the notification bell so you don't miss when I drop new content. The research is evolving fast. You want to catch these insights when they're fresh. AI brain fry is real. The neuroscience is clear. Your productivity tools can make you cognitively weaker if you're not careful. But this isn't a reason to avoid AI. It's a reason to use it strategically. The research shows exactly where the limits are. 3 tools max, 7 to 10% of your time, think first protocols, and protected deep work. The goal is hybrid cognition. You're not trying to become fully AI dependent. You're trying to become strategically augmented. Human judgment plus AI capabilities. That's the only sustainable competitive advantage. In the next video, we are covering the 346% workload explosion that's happening to AI users right now, and why your boss doesn't realize they're burning you out. If this was valuable, make sure you're subscribed. The AI workforce landscape is evolving fast, and you want these insights when they're fresh.